Hello students. So today I will start the unit 2, that is sexual reproduction in plant, in chapter number 2. Okay. So first of all we have discussed about the female and male gametes. So that means the two gametes or two reproductive cell is there. That is, one is called the male gamete and the second is your female gamete. So what is the purpose of this gamete? The purpose of this gamete is the fertilizations. So whenever the fertilizations is occur between one female gamete and another is male gamete, that time one cell is formed, that is called actually your zygote. Okay, so we have discussed about the flower, and flower consists the two part, that is, one is gynoecium, another is your androecium. So androecium is contain the male part and gynoecium is your female part. When the anther is come into the around your stigma, and that time style carry the whole pollen grain towards the ovary, and it will form fertilizations, and after that the fusion of the two gametes, that is your male gamete and is your female gamete, form one cell, that is called your zygote, and the process actually is called fertilizations. Okay, so fertilization is called the fusion of two gametes, that means your female gametes, another is male gamete, is called your fertilization, and after the fertilizations one cell will form, and that is called your zygote. Okay, now after the fertilization the zygote undergoes the cell division and growth, and ultimately it forms the individual. Okay, now coming to the point, that is your pollination part. So very important this topic is, student. So pollination. So what is actually pollination? See, pollination is the transfer of pollen grains from the ripe anther to the stigma of the same or another flower is called the pollination. So pollination means this transfer of pollen grains. So how this transfer of pollen grains is occur? See, the transfer of pollen grains is occur between the same flower or same type, between or same plant or different plant. Mean, suppose that this is the picture, one plant. So this is the first part. See, so this is the plant number 1, and this is the plant number 2. So this, whenever this plant, this flower and this flower is the same category. Okay, so when this pollination will occur only this two flower, only this single type of plant, means same plant, that time is this kind of pollination actually is your self pollination. Okay, and when this pollination like that, this pollination will occur from this flower to this flower of this same plant, that time is also it is a self pollination. But the thing is, when the pollination will occur between this flower or with this flower, means the two different plant but the same type of flower. So when this type of pollination will occur, that time actually is your cross pollination. So means pollination will be broadly classified as two types. One is self pollination, another is your cross pollination. Self pollination, thus is the transfer of pollen grains from the anthers to the stigma of the same flower or another flower of the same plant, that is your self pollination. And the cross pollination is the transfer of pollen grains from the anthers of a flower of one plant to the stigma of a flower of another plant of same type of species, actually is your cross pollination. So means cross pollination is occur between the two different plant of same type of flower, and whenever the self pollination will occur in the same plant and same plant within two flowers, same type of flower within a same plant, is called the self pollination. Okay, so actually what are the agent of the pollination? So now I will discuss the agents of the pollination. See, agent of the pollination is many more, like sometimes you will see the water is act as a pollination, insects, bird or other animals, like your air is also on one kind of pollinating agent. Okay, so most of the flowers are pollinated by insects. Okay, when you visit a garden during a flowering session, you will observe that many butterflies, bees and moths. Okay, so what are the insects doing? So insects doing, though these insects visit the flower for nectar or honey, but at the same time the help in the pollination. So perform the following pollination part. Okay, so actually what are the reason of the pollination? See, reason of the pollination is the flower. After the pollination, the flower produce the scent, and as a result of it, the many of the insects are being attracted, and after the pollination, flowers are being brightly colored. Again, this will attract the insects, and whenever the pollination is occurred, that time flower will be much more attractive, and it will give one type of good presentations of a flower. Okay, if you see the outer part of the plant, so that means the pollinations or you can say that the pollinations by insects, when the insects are being when the flower is being pollinated by the insects, is called the insect pollinations. Okay, so you know that some of the agent of pollination is there, like your air, water, insects, bird and other animals. So whenever the flower is being pollinated by insects only, that time it is called your pollination by insects. So when an insect visits a flower, the pollen gets deposited on the body of the insect. When these insects visit another flower, they deposited pollen grains, and after that the whole pollination will be occur, and the insect pollinated flower show what are the types being, they are the brightly colored and to attract the insects, and flowers being produce the scent, and that actually attract the insects also. So these are the pollination by the insects, or you can say that what are the characteristics are being found and after the pollination. Okay, now coming to the point. So see, so these are the point of the pollinations by insect. So some flower produce the nectar, insect visit the flowers and collect nectar. Pollen grains are sticky, produce a less number of this kind of example, sunflower, rose are from this kind of pollination. So now coming to the point, that is your pollination by wind. So wind is also act as a agent, and pollen grains in some cases are carried by the wind. So whenever the wind is carried the pollen grains, and that time this type of pollination actually is your wind. This type of pollination actually is called pollination by wind. Okay, these pollen grains are light and dry and are produced the large numbers, and whenever the wind will come, that time this whole pollen grains will being transferred to the another plant or another flower, or being the same flower. That times the pollination will occur. Okay, and now coming to the point, that is your pollination of water. So now what is the what is actually your pollination by water? So water is also act as a pollinating agent. Takes place in water plants like your hydrilla, Halicneria, and this occur in the into the under the underground of water, and that time is also the male flower and female part of the flower is being they are fused, gametes are fused, and after the pollination will occur on one zygote is another zygote will also form. Okay, so this type of pollination by water is also happen. Okay, thank you.